Aloha, and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Sakamoto Properties, Caldwell Banker, and all of West Maui for today.
Yeah, we're a real estate show, but very little real estate today, given our recent tragedies in Lahaina. We'll be talking quite a bit about Lahaina's recovery.
It's going to be, it'll be difficult because we've tried to write things down, talk about things. We've got all sorts of little notes. I mean, one of the most important things in Lahaina right now, other than housing and everything that you already know, is Lahainaluna football. And Lahainaluna football is happening no matter what. I mean, it's going to have a home game coming up soon, and Maui High game first. But everybody in Lahaina is still waiting for football.
Wasn't that something last Saturday? Their first game against Baldwin High School at War Memorial.
It was an unbelievable game. First of all, we got there. It was hard to get tickets. And I kind of felt if we couldn't get tickets, how could anybody get tickets? I mean, we just thought it was going to be so easy. But it wasn't. It was a nightmare to get tickets. And then we got there a little bit late. My daughter was here, Julie Flynn Sherlock, and she was with all of her classmates from the class of 1982, and they had all met with their cars and were, whatever you call it there.
They were tailgating.
They were tailgating coming up to the game. And
20 or so of her classmates.
Yeah, they had a really great time. Archie Kalepa is one of her classmates.
Right.
So it was a great class. I mean, a class that really stuck together, et cetera. But again, it was really something to get to the game and then realize the whole Lahainaluna side was full. And then you look over to the other side, that's full of red shirts. I mean, no, so it looked like the whole stadium was Lahainaluna. Now, I do think that some Baldwin people, out of respect, wore red shirts because they cheered for their team, but a lot of people wore red. And I do think it was just out of respect. It was the score is the killer.
It was a total sea of red. It's, I think the stadium holds 5,000. It was a complete sellout. And talk about the halftime show with the Baldwin Band.
Oh, that was really, the whole thing was so touching. But the Baldwin Band, I mean, it was like really one band. Baldwin, Lahainaluna.
Yeah.
It just,
yeah, but
it was great.
The Baldwin High School Band went out and raised money for the benefit of the Lahainaluna High School band members to replace their instruments, many of whom had instruments burned up in the fire. And they donated $10,000 to the Lahainaluna High
that
School
really
band.
Was.
And the camaraderie on the field at halftime between the bands, you just don't see, almost anywhere else.
No, it brought tears to pretty much everybody's eyes to
Maui,
just watch
Maui
the
no
kids.
KAOI. It was fantastic. The cheerleaders getting together, walking hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome. Talk about chicken skin. It was chicken skin moment.
There were a lot of hugs going on out there, hugs and kisses and excitement from everybody and all of the parents and young people, and it was quite a game. 42-0, which was probably
the
not
score didn't matter. It
didn't.
The whole attitude. It was just amazing. Again, real chicken skin moment. We, like Betty said, we got there late. We had to sit on what is normally the Baldwin High School side, the home team side. And again, a sea of red on that side, but I know many Baldwin High School backers wore red in honor of Lahainaluna.
They did.
And they would cheer whenever Baldwin had a first down, somebody in red cheering, which was great. It was just...
it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was as perfect as it could be.
This is what sports is all about. In a small way, we helped contribute to the Sea of Red. We were contacted a few weeks ago by the Downtown Hawaii Athletic Club as to whether or not we'd like to participate and help out getting red T-shirts for Lahainaluna High School students and the athletes, faculty, and teachers, and support staff. And through the help of John and Janet Hudson, from Edmond, Oklahoma, Takashi and Hisai Hisano from Kobe, Japan. They helped us get, what did we get, 1,200 T-shirts?
12 or 1,300 T-shirts, yeah.
Luna Strong T-shirts, red Luna Strong T-shirts. And they were prevalent throughout the stands. It was
yeah,
kind of a
everybody
proud
had
moment.
one.
Yeah.
It was really fabulous. I can't remember exactly what it says on the back, but the front and back of the shirt were both printed. They were fabulous, and they were worn proudly. They were really spectacular.
Right, and it was great to see the Lahainaluna High School kids wearing their red football shoes that were donated with the help of Marcus Mariota, professional football player from Hawaii, as most people know. And again, that was through the Downtown Athletic Club in Honolulu.
Yeah, there was so much, really.
yeah.
So many donations that were made across the board because most of the kids had their stuff at home. And I don't remember the number of families, that the kids played football, but it was huge, that had Lahaina homes that were lost. Very big.
I think
and the
half
coaches,
or maybe even more.
The coaches, Lanny Tihada lost his home. A lot of the other
Quite a
coaches
few
lost
of the
their
coaches,
homes.
right.
Yes, a lot of the coaches lost their homes. A lot of them are in the same neighborhoods.
Yes.
So that the loss is, even when you think about being at that game and how the game went and the kids and the way they behaved, it was like there was nothing wrong anywhere in Lahaina. The behavior and the play
Exactly.
and everything that went on.
Right. Yeah.
Lahainaluna football, spectacular. Baldwin football, spectacular. It was quite amazing.
So now we've got the Lahaina schools starting to reopen with the help of the Department of Education, Kamehameha Third Elementary School, which was burned down completely, 600 plus or minus students. They'll soon be housed within the next 90 days at a site at Pulelehua in the, I guess it's Kahana. It's right below the Kapalua Airport. Army Corps of Engineers will be building these classrooms, including a cafeteria and restrooms. And these 600 students will have a place to actually come to school.
And the building will be done primarily by the military, won't it?
Well, through the Army Corps of Engineers.
Army Corps of Engineers.
Yeah, local contractors, but the Army Corps of Engineers will be supervising. All the permits will be fast-tracked, and looking forward to having those kids, elementary school kids, back in their school element. In the meantime, the other schools are set to reopen very shortly.
Lahainaluna will be reopening pretty much at the same, before. Lahainaluna will be opened right after the break, the fall break.
Yeah.
Everybody will go back to school at Lahainaluna.
Here in a couple weeks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really, really great. But it is, they keep talking about how so many of these young people and their families, et cetera, and the faculty are living in temporary dwellings right now, just getting along as best they can.
And they're scattered all over Maui. There are students, faculty in Kihei, Wailuku, Kahului, because housing is at a premium. It's extremely difficult to find rental housing right now for our displaced families. And so transportation for these children to get to school, whether they're going to school in Kihei or in about 2 weeks coming back to Lahaina, transportation is going to be an issue. And so Department of Education is working with the students and trying to figure out common bus stops in East Maui to bus kids over to West Maui to their Lahaina Intermediate or Lahainaluna High School. Again, many of these displaced families are scattered all over.
It is hard. We've seen a lot of the people, talked to a lot of the people. The Ritz Carlton had, I think, 130 or close to that
140
families.
something families, pets, which included dogs, cats,
Turtle. I heard a turtle. Bird. But it was orderly there. They had, they were having meals at set times, And somebody had commented that they were told, the hotel was told, that it would be really important for these families to have some sort of order. Not that you could just come and eat when you wanted, which they could have probably done. But they had, like breakfast was at 7 a.m. I don't remember. I could be wrong on these times.
Yeah, but
Lunch, noon,
dinner. 3 set meals a day. They had evening activities. They had talent shows, trivia night. I mean,
they had a whole bunch of different things.
Karaoke night, and organized activities to keep the kids busy during the daytime.
Yeah, I think it was beautiful over there.
Yeah, one thing we found out too is that Blackstone, it's a big investment firm. They own the Ritz Carlton, Kapalua. They also own the Grand Wailea. Anyway, for housing these 140 some odd families at the Ritz Carlton, Blackstone accepted nothing from FEMA or the Red Cross. They housed these people, fed these unfortunately displaced people, all in their nickel, and they felt that they were on good enough financial ground that they did not have to use FEMA or Red Cross money, and big compliment to Blackstone. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's amazing that they did step up like they did, and everything there was perfect. We were over there at different times. We had a couple of meetings that were there. And it was interesting to just see total order. Everybody was relatively happy. A couple of days we went over and we were learning that they needed things. And we did our best to take over some of the things that we could find. Games, playing cards, anything that we had.
Underwear.
Yeah, somebody said, well, let's not go there.
But actually, we went to Costco one day and bought out all the underwear, men's and women's underwear.
Just about, and there wasn't much there. No. It was really kind of interesting.
Yeah, but whatever they had left, we bought out.
Yeah, it was kind of, that was great. But I get that. I never would have thought about it, but I get it now. I mean, I could wear anybody's clothes, but short of that, I don't think so. This was, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And people were really happy, with whatever they ended up with. It was pretty super. But the kids were happy, the moms were happy. I mean, again, what is happy? Happy is everybody's alive. Everybody had a place to sleep. And I know it gets harder and harder with every day again because you're going to be moving to the next location, doing the next thing, getting in to see what you've lost. The whole thing has got to be so overwhelming. It's overwhelming for us. And we have a home, and we have what we had before. But I can't imagine what's really going on in everybody's head.
The mental health aspect of these displaced families is critical. And we had dinner last night. We have a dear friend whose daughter is just got into town. Elisa is, I think, 26, and she's been helping at Napili Park, trying to talk to people. She has a psychology background. But she's been spending volunteer time at Napili Park talking to people, just basically talking and finding out if they have any particular concerns, how depressed are they, and so forth. And, in a week, she's reached out and touched quite a few people. And we've had professionals that have told us that following a tragedy, something like what happened in Lahaina, there's a period of time where it could be 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, where the people feel desperate, and the suicide rates, unfortunately, creep up. And, God willing, we won't see that in Lahaina. If anybody's listening out there who is having some nightmares and so forth about going through what you've gone through, please reach out. There are many, many outlets for you to find help, and there's many, many, many people that will help you. You're not in this alone, and I think it's important that we keep going.
They said that the Department of Education is working with Queens, Kaiser, State Health Department to get more professionals on campuses to provide mental health support for the employees. Also, there's several grants that are going to be helping with people, similarly that need help
Yeah,
in the schools,
right.
students.
Yeah, and this applies to their parents, the students. Mental health, is key. You've got to keep a positive attitude. I've been talking to a company, well, not a company, I guess, a group of concerned individuals on the mainland. They're scattered in Minnesota, North Dakota, and so forth. They all know each other. One of the group is into modular home building, and I've been talking to this group about helping Mauians recover, and maybe there's a solution in terms of modular housing and so forth. But as part of this group, there are two former San Francisco 49ers, Guy McIntyre and Jesse Sapolu. Jesse is a local boy from Kalihi on Oahu. And, if people know Kalihi, that's kind of the rough side of the tracks. You grow up in Kalihi, and you either grow up to be simply outstanding, or you go the other way and become a bum and join whatever organized crime is rampant in that area. And not knocking Kalihi, but that's kind of where Jesse grew up. And, we've been talking about hopefully having them both come over, and they compare a tragedy like this to sports. And they love to talk to children, and they love to talk to adults. In sports, you have nothing's all hunky-dory. You have your ups, your downs. Every time you have your downs, you have a bad loss, you get beat up physically or whatever, you've got to come back stronger, and that's both mentally and physically. You need to come back stronger. And we'd love to arrange for Jesse and Guy to come over in the near future, not only to help with this modular housing plan, if it goes forward, but also to talk to our school children and adults, because we need to get up off the floor and pick ourselves up and move forward and become a better community because of this.
Well, they're saying now that they are going to be able to have enough funds to establish clinical psychologists and support personnel that'll serve the Lahaina schools, and that should really help a lot. All students and facilities, have to be aware of this, and that there will be in-person counseling and support. So again, I don't know exactly how it'll all come together, but I think that if somebody's calling through the Department of Health, you can get the information.
Right. And again, there's plenty of help available. So, it takes a village, and as a village, we're going to come back strong.
Yeah, it just right now does seem, as you talk to everyone, it's a crisis. But I think the only way is for everyone to be together, to pull up the bootstraps, so to speak, and
Sure.
and work together and try to always be available.
Right.
I mean, each one of us in different ways. If you can just talk with someone, spend time. Julie was taking her friends out, out in the water. They'd go and just spend an hour or half hour just soaking in the water.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be in the ocean and talking, and that really got a lot of them through quite a few days.
Yeah, again, it's very, very sad. We attended a celebration of life for a dear friend, Buddy Jantok, who passed away because of the fire. It was quite a moving celebration of life at Napili Bay, and Buddy lived a great life, but it's very sad to lose him.
And so sad that it went the way it went. I mean, it's without talking about it. I mean, he was someone that was trapped. It was really difficult. Passed away, and too young. I mean, I think younger than we are, and I guess we're too young too. Hopefully,
A lot of people are.
A lot of people. We all think we're too young
yeah.
when something like this happens. But it was very sad. I mean, his family was all here. We've known him for almost 47 years
Long
or so.
time.
He originally entertained with Sonny Knight here, who probably nobody knows anymore. Sonny passed away.
Right.
But, I mean, this was a real tragedy, and there's a lot more things like this that are going to happen.
You know, and a lot of people have reached out to us, you know, how can we help? And these are people from the mainland, from all over the world, really. And we've got a quick list of some of the charities that you can contribute to. And maybe you
Well, I
want
mean,
to
you
start.
start the American Red Cross of Hawaii, monetary donations help, and you would put on it Hawaii Maui wildfires, and I think you can do that at redcross.org/Hawaii. Maui United Way, Salvation Army. The Maui Food Bank, I think, has done amazing things. Don't
Very,
you,
very
Roy?
important.
Yep.
Maui Food Bank. You know, if you go to mauifoodbank.org, mauifoodbank.org, they have done so much for helping the community get back on its feet, supplying food, and also products, you know,
Yeah.
toothpaste, toothbrush, toilet paper, and so forth.
Another one, Hawaii Community Foundation, the Maui Strong Fund, right? Is that?
Right.
And that goes to, I think, hawaiicommunityfoundation.org/Maui Strong. But again, I think that the money is being handled right. hawaiicommunityfoundation.org/Maui Strong.
And here's one I wasn't real familiar with. It's the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement. They have a Kakō'o Maui program where they're matching every individual donation up to $3 million. They've raised over $7 million so far. As of their website this morning, it's $7,185,000. And, you know, here's a quick list of some of the donors. And there's one anonymous donor at $1 million, one anonymous donor of $800,000, another anonymous of $250,000. And I presume it's okay to read this because it's on their website. But Morgan Stanley donated $50,000. The Snoqualmie tribe out of Washington State, $50,000. Here's a business, Ono Hawaiian Barbecue, $45,000. I mean, it's amazing. Northern Trust Bank, $10,000. The Chugach Alaska Corporation, local Alaskan Eskimo Corporation, $10,000. The Mauian Hotel, $10,000. I mean, there's a whole list of donors on this.
It is amazing, Roy, the number.
And here are two that really make me proud. The Realtors Association of Maui donated $5,000, and Castle Health Group also donated $5,000. And here's one that came out of left field a little bit. The California Real Estate Brokers Association donated $5,000. So
It's amazing.
You know-
We're really right now at the 1 minute warning.
yeah,
So
it's amazing.
there's
how,
room.
You know, donations and contributions have
they keep
poured
coming in.
from all over.
But they still need money.
And
I
we-
mean, it's going to be
absolutely,
needed.
Absolutely. And
Don't think this is over.
No. So we need to support our leaders, those who are trying to get us affordable housing, which we sorely need. So Maui, we need to stand on our feet and give our support.
And support one another. I mean, we have our politicians. Nobody's perfect. But let's give everybody a chance. Give
Abs-
one another a chance.
Absolutely. Here's Danny.
Danny Couch is back, and he loves Hawaii. We love Hawaii.
Aloha.
Aloha.